ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। இரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்று தானேமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர கோமளவும்.
So we are now talking about, we are dealing about Daksha's Daksha Samhita in Pancaratra Raksa. So we have the paragraph title Daksha Ukta Chaturtha Panchama Kalakrityasya Ijjayam Antarbhavaha. So we have been seeing that Daksha divided into 8 parts of the time, and then we were seeing how these 8 parts are under the 5 timings which we normally have. Almost all other books said 5 timings of our daily routine, and now since Daksha said 8. So the 8 will be distributed over this 5. Rather, 5 will be distributed over 8, whatever it is. So Chaturtha Panchama Kala Krityasya. So out of the 8, 4th and 5th timing correspond to the Ijja, the third one of the 5. Yattu means which, but. Chaturthe tu tatha bhage snanartham murdam ahare ityadina snana bhedan api upadishya. Ayurveda says different types of bath. 8 types of bath they say. And it is for the priest, most for the priest than for the Lord. So we are not using the mud for the bath for the Lord. So in the 4th timing of Daksha Samhita, Daksha Smriti, we call it as the Daksha Smriti. The Smriti meaning title of books, Madhyanika Snanam, right? You are right. So Chaturthe Tatha Bhage Snanartham Madhyanikartham Snanam Madhyanika Snanam. Snanartham for the sake of bath, Murdam Agaret. one must bring mud. Mud in the sense, sand you can say, and especially a type of sand which one must collect from the river bank. And it's a particular sand which the washermen use. We call them pin man, the one who washes the clothes of the public. We give them our dirty clothes, and he washes and uses a particular type of sand. He alone, I think, can identify easily. So we have to take that particular type of sand and use it over the body. Even while we uh, after we move the bowels, that is when after we answer the nature's call, they say the sand must be used. Of course, the earthen part, PART. So earthen part must be used for cleaning the private parts also. So here, this is one of the kinds of bath. So snanartham, murdam earth, that is sand, aharetu. You can call the part of the earth anyway. It's, so ityadina, by this, etc. Snana bhedan api upadishya. Dakshasmriti gives us the instructions, that is advice, on the different types of bath. Snana bhedan. Bheda difference. It is not to, I think, all the 8 baths are not recommended simultaneously. And maybe every day, each kind of bath, according to the availability of the materials uh, for bath,
சாமி
accessories for.
சாத்துர்மாஸ் இல்ல சாத்துர்மாஸ் சங்கல்பம் கூட இந்த கலெக்ஷன் ஆஃப் மட்ன்னு தான் சொல்லுவா இல்லையா?
ஆமா ஆமா. Right, you are right. That is why a particular type of sand is collected and reserved for the 2 months. Actually, it's called Chaturmasyam, 4-month period. But there is a rule called Pakshe Masaha in Sanskrit grammar. So 15 days equal to 30 days. We can also prove in mathematics 1 is equal to 2. And therefore, we say that Divya Dampati is 1 is equal to 2. Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu. So here, uh, the Chaturmasya is considered as 2 months. Last time, and I think during Corona time, they made a rule that all sannyasis must observe 3 months isolation. In the sense that they must keep their place single. They must stay in one single place for 2 to 3 months. And that is about Chaturmasya Sankalpaha. So here the fourth part of it is taking bath for the sake of Ijja. Before the Ijja is performed, the Thiruvaradhanam is performed. The fourth part is taking bath by the priest. Panchame tu tatha bhage. So we have the fifth timing, the fifth part of the timing. Samvibhagaha yatharhataha. Again, what are the what is the division? What are the categories, subdivisions under this time? Fifth time, yatharhataha, according to the exigency, so according to the need. Pitradeva manushyanam kitanam cha upadishyate. So it is according to the ancestors, rather elders, then Deva gods, Manushanam human beings, then Kita, the worm, Cha Upadishyate. We may not understand this fully if bath should be given to all this. No, I don't understand this. Pitradeva Manushana. Maybe it's called Pitra Yajnam, Deva Yajnam, Manusha Yajnam. And we don't know Kita Yajna. Kita meaning worm. A small insect is called Kita. Maybe there is different meaning, technical meaning for this Kita. So bath is recommended. Pitru Rishi Tarpanam after bath, right? That's what I said, Tarpanam. That's why Pitru Yajnam, I said Yajnam. Otherwise called Tarpanam. So Tarpanam also, as we do Tarpanam, we anoint the materials. For example, darba is made into kurcha, and kurcha is considered the ancestor. And the ancestor, that is, we invoke the ancestor on the kurcha, avahanam we do. Then we also add asanam, give them the seat to sit. That is, honor them by giving seat. Asanam samarpayami. Then we have what you call tarpanam. Tarpanam is while we pour water along with the sesame seeds for the sake of ancestors. So that looks like what you call bath. So Pitru Tarpanam, then Deva Tarpanam, and then Manushya Tarpanam. So Kitanam Chapadishyati. Meaning that even the insects must be given what we call honor or satisfaction by pouring water over. So ityadina samvibhagam tatakritva, so making further divisions. Grihastaha, so the householder, shesha bhuk bhavet. This is after the Trivaradhanam. Shesha bhuk bhavet. He will be taking the remnant food, the remaining food after offering to the Lord. That is, after Ijja, he will have Shesha Bhuk Bhavet. He will become the eater of the remaining food item. Bhuktva to, after eating, after taking food. Sukham astaya, taking rest, taking a snare or rather, siesta. Tad annam parinamayet. Of course, Sukham astaya, sitting very comfortably. Tadannam parinamayet. That food must be rather transformed as fit for uh, eating, taking it. That means fit for taking it in the sense, for example, the annam, which has been added with the ghee, he is offered first. Then we have what we call the side dishes, vyanjanam, like kurambu we say. We don't say sambar. Kurambu, we say negil kari amudu in Tamil. And then we have what we call satramudu, rasaha, rasam we say generally. And then the vegetables, shakam, we say Sanskrit shakam, vegetable. Of course, vegetable, cooked vegetable in different forms. So we say kari amudu, koot amudu, and so on. So all these side dishes are mixed with the annam. That's how we take food. So that's why it's called parinama. Parinama is transformation. That is in the sense that it's mixing them up. That is how we eat. Now this fifth timing is after Ijja. Fourth timing is before Ijja. So out of the eight timings, the fourth and fifth timings are included in the Ijja third timing of the five types. And therefore, so we go to the page 74. So iti antena sangrahena. Now, so while we offer the food to the Lord, bhojana, bhojyasanam, bhojyasanam. At the end, in brief, Devatarchanam. Devatarchanam is worshipping of the God Almighty. Bhojana Paryantam Uktam. So Dakshasmriti tells us that till we take food, uh, the five timings are categorized. So Tatrapi, even there, Avantara Parva Bhedena, because of further subdivision, Dida Vibhaktoyam Kalaha eva Ijja Kalaha. Though Dakshasmriti divides into two categories of fourth and fifth timing. So Dida Vibhaktaha divided into two. Dida meaning by two. So Vibhaktaha divided. Ayam Kalaha this time is called Ijja Kalaha. So Ijja Kala we say Tritiyoyam. Ijja Kalas Tritiyoyam Agataha. So this is third timing. Iti Eki Kritya. So making it one. So Nirdishyate iti na virodaha. There is no contradiction, na virodaha. There is no contradiction between Dakshasmriti and all other smritis, which where all other smritis says five timings. Dakshasmriti says eight timings. And therefore, the fourth and fifth timing has been combined into one. So Nirdishyate, it is given, it is shown. Eki Kritya after making it one. So Atra here, देव संविभाग शब्द निर्दिष्टम अर्थम उत्तरत्र देवतार्चन शब्देन विशेषयामास. He gives another extraordinary instruction, visheshayamas. He issues a special instruction. Atra here, how? Deva samvibhaga shabda nirdishtam artham uttaratra. When we talk about devatarchanam, when we say worship of God, devatarchana shabdena. Archanam worship, devata, deity. It can be male and female also, both male and female. That is Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu. Shabdena by the word, by the tongue. What do we say? So, Deva Samvibhaga Shabda Nirdishtam Artham. So, what is that meaning? What is the meaning of that word God, Deva? It is given later. Uttaratra. Uttaratra means later. Here itself, in the same book, in a later part, you have the detailed explanation of the word God. What is Deva? Then you have, so that, I mean, next, immediately the explanation comes here, subsequently. So, Devatarchanam means, so worship of God means, it includes all the five. What are those five? Sandhya. Sandhya is twilight worship. There is also Devatarchanam. So all actions are directed towards worship of the Lord. So Sandhya, so we worship twilight in the morning, evening, and also Madhyanikam. So all the three rituals or daily rituals are considered Devatarcham. Then you have Snanam. So as we remember God, while we take bath, we say some slokas. Kaveri Viraja Toyam Vaikuntham Rangamandiram Savasudevo Rangeshaha Pratyaksham Paramam Padam, etc. So that Snanam itself, bath itself is what we call Devatarchana. Then you have Japaha, meditation, repetition of the mantras. Then Homaha, fire ritual. Then what we say as the fourth timing out of the five in all other smritis, namely Swadhyaya, self-study, also includes Bhagavad Vishaya, always matter related to God, and therefore all these five are Devatarcham. Sandhya, twilight worship, Snanam bath, Japaha, meditation, Homaha, fire ritual, Swadhyaya, self-study, all or all can be called, or all are called Devatachanam, worship of the god. Evam, in this way, Itihasa Puranabhyam Shashtam Saptamam Abhyaset. Now, we go to this, we saw fourth and fifth included under Ijja Kala. Now we include the sixth and seventh with the help of Itihasa Puranabhyam. So we read Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Vishnu Purana, and other Puranas, Satvika Purana. And then that is called, as we understand, Swadhyaya as the fourth timing out of the five, normally said by other books. So Dakshasmriti says that sixth and seventh part of timing will include the study, rather self-study of Itihasa Purana. Itihasa, you've got Ramayana and Mahabharata. Purana meaning starting with the Vishnu Purana of Parashara Maharshi. We read all the Satvika Puranas. So Saptamam Abhyaset. One must practice. Practice in the sense study. So Iti Uktam, thus said, Kaladvayam, two timings, namely sixth and seventh, Swadhyaya Kalaha, Iti Ekikritam. So now we can understand why there are 8 timings as said by Daksha. So Swadhyaya Kala is called the single timing consisting of sixth and seventh one, namely reading of the or self-reading of the Srimad Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavad. You can also include Bhagavata Purana, and you can also say Mahabharata and Sri Vishnu Purana in particular, and then later all Satvika Puranas. So now you find that the title of the book, title of this paragraph in bold letters, Daksha Ukta Shashtha Saptama Kala Krityasya Swadhyayaha Antarbhavaha. Ashtama Kala Ukta Lokayatra tu Na Param Aikantikanam. Aikantinam. So you have the sixth and seventh included under the Swadhyaya Kala, namely fourth timing. And the eighth one is called spending of our life here. That is Lokayatra. Lokayatra is leading our life here. How? Na Parame Kantina. This is not for people who are very orthodox, very high, in a very high level of meditation. They are alone. They can be called sannyasi here. The recluses, the monks, the mendicants do not have this 8 because they have they are always engaged in this 8th exercise, namely yoga. They always do tapas, penance, meditate, repeat the names of the god, and so on. So here it is atra, here matraya, only here kala vaishamyam mata bhedatu upapadya. So why do we have this difference in time? Kala vaishamyam. Vaishamyam is difference. Mata bhedat, only because of the opinions, because of the individual opinions, we understand that there is difference in timings, different categories or categorization of the time. That's all. So upapadyate, it is understood. Rather, it happens. So ashtame lokayatrantu. So what will be the 8th timing? So Lokayatra. Lokayatra meaning Loka people generally. So meaning individual only. Yatra journey. So Lokayatra is not oiling away the time, sorry, spending the lifetime. So Bahisandhyayam tataha punaha. Bahisandhyayam meaning Bahisandhya meaning it is outside Sandhya meaning twilight worship, then meaning after the evening twilight. So Bahisandhyam, he is out of the twilight, in the sense after the twilight, after the evening time. Tataha punaha, tataha then punaha again. Punaha also means but. So ityukta lokayatra kala vibhagastu. Now, while we say lokayatra meaning generally spending one's life, he says there are people who do not involve themselves just like any other people or all other people in life. People are indifferent towards. There are some people who are reluctant to follow others' life. They are indifferent towards it. Loka paramukhe. They don't worry about the world. They don't take care of the world. That means they don't want to mingle with others. So they want to be alone, lonely. So loka paramukhe, when they are indifferent towards the world, meaning all the other people, bhagavat ekantini, when a person is completely involved, engaged in the thought of God, bhagavat, only on the Lord, ekantini. So here he has no other goal except the thinking of God. Then na ativa apekshitaha iti tat anuktihi. The eighth timing is not given much stress, is not given much importance because the eighth is not, the eighth timing does not concern with the people who are totally meditating people. That means sannyasis have no role in temple worship physically. They always, their thoughts are concentrated upon the Lord. So it is not mentioned here, tatu anuktihi. It is not mentioned here. Na ativa apekshitaha, because it is not required much. Ativa much, apekshitaha required. Na apekshitaha, it is not required much. When people, when some people, at least a few people, are totally concentrating on the Lord. Yathoktam purvashrave. So how is it explained here? Yathoktam, as said previously, purvashrave in the previous part, as we have heard already. That's what we say. Because we went through the previous pages of Pancaratra Raksa, we understand what has been heard already. Purva earlier, Shrave means heard. So Guroho Gurau Sannihite Vrittihi Karya Yatha Guru. Vidya Gurushu Ananyeshu Nitya Vrittihi Swayonishu. So when the preceptor is nearby, Gurau Sannihite, when the preceptor is nearby, Guroho Vrittihi, so another teacher, that is what he calls Shishya, the disciple. So when his teacher is nearby, then as the teacher does, the disciple should follow. Yatha Guruhu Tatha Shishyaha. So Yatha Guru. Now what do you do when the Guru preceptor is nearby? So we say Guru Vrittihi. So serve him. Serve the teacher. That's all. So Karya. So Vrittihi Karya, the job must be done. What is that job? Service to the preceptor. So nothing else. So no meditation, no penance, no fire ritual, no self-study. So it is enough that we serve the preceptor. So Guru Vrittihi Karya. So whatever is needed by the teacher must be. Suppose he wants us to read the books, right? So yes, we have to read the book. And he wants us to understand the book. then we will have to read along with him and understand and get his advice, get his instructions, listen to his teaching and so on. So there are some preceptors in some categories. The next one is Vidya Guru. So there are some preceptors only for Samashrayana, as we understand. So we go and do Sharanagati, total surrender to a preceptor, and learn through some other preceptor. We study through some other preceptor, and we have only our own family preceptor to be surrendered to. So then Vidya Gurushu, if the teacher who gives us knowledge, imparts wisdom, is different from our Samashrayana Guru, Sharanagata Guru, Sharanagati Guru, then we have to serve them also. But if they are one and the same, both the Samashrayana Guru and Vidya Guru, the preceptor who imparts wisdom, if he is one and the same, then Nitya Vrittihi.
சாமி காலக்ஷேப குருன்னு சொல்லிக்கலாமா?
ஆமா, அதான் காலக்ஷேபம் தான் வித்யா குரு. So if Kalakshepa Guru and Samashrayana Guru are one and the same, then our job is Nitya Vrittihi, permanent. Vrittihi job, permanent. How? Swayonishu. Swayonishu meaning we have to impart the knowledge to our next generation. Swayonishu. So Yoni means source generally. Swayonishu is one's own source. Meaning we serve ourselves. How do we serve ourselves? By teaching the younger generation. That's all. Create a disciple race. So if the preceptor is nearby, service to the preceptor is very important. And if the preceptor is different from one who gives us knowledge, again, service to that Vidya Guru is very important. And what is our service to the preceptor is transfer the knowledge to others. That is our what we call showing gratitude towards the preceptor who taught us the knowledge. So iti uktam cha brahmavidbihi. So uktam it is said cha and brahmavidbihi by those who realize to the Lord. Those who have understood the original nature of Brahman, the Almighty. What do they say? So they say, Adya Prabriti, from today onwards. Hey Lokaha, O people, all the other people. Yuyam Yuyam Mayam Mayam. You are you, I am I. How do you say Vayam Mayam? We are the we, and you are the you, meaning, so you go on with your life as it is, and I go differently from you. I go away from you. We are a separate category. That's a meaning. Vayam Mayam meaning. We do not belong to you now. You people, all the other people of the world, they are what do they do? We will see in the next line. So you are all trying to earn money. You want to fulfill your desire. Therefore, you are different from us. Yuyam arthakama paraha yuyam. You are all busy with earning money, artha. Of course, seeking the meaning also. Artha meaning seeking meaning. Sometimes coming to the Kalakshepa Goshti to sit and watch without understanding. You are also interested in meaning. And then the purpose of life is to earn artha, money, kama, desire. So the desire of this world, all the worldly desires, are to be fulfilled according to you, whereas we are Vayam Narayana Paraha. We are not worried about anything, money or food or so we detest food all. We don't want to take food. We are not interested in different varieties of food. So whatever is got, only when there's hunger, we will eat. Otherwise, we have no what we call penchant for, that is unnecessary desire for all food dishes. So we are not. I mean, food is only one of the desires because it pinches us our stomach. Therefore, so we are not worried about. We don't care about the people who always are busy in earning money. So that's what Vayam Narayana Paraha. We are always thinking of Lord Srimad Narayana. Paraha
இல்ல
means engaged.
அடியேன்
Uh,
அடியேன்
uh,
அத்வைத்தமும் இதே தான் சொல்றது. அதாவது
mm,
he is not bothered about food.
uh,
Food is only to continue sustain his life, but
right.
he will continue to see the Brahma. So within his lifetime, he become one among Brahman like that. That is how they
So
conclude.
interpret. That's right. That is how they interpret. We are all one and the same. We also say Vishishta Advaitam. Vishishta Advaitam. Not Vishishta Dvaitam. We don't go to the next one. Dvaitam. So we have got what you call the qualities of the God, auspicious qualities of the God. We have the what we call tangible Divya Mangala Vigraha for the God, whereas they don't. So they say Advaitim says there is no form of God, there is no shape of God, there is no quality of God. Arupam, Adeham. Uh, it is which we cannot abstract concept which we cannot understand with the limited capacity of our mind. Then we say Nasti na asti sangatihi asmakam vishmakam cha parasparam. We don't want to have, he says plural, maybe very few people are there in that category. So I don't want to connect myself to any other person. So Yushmakam Asmakam cha parasparam mutually, there is no meet sangatihi, there is no connection, there is no link. ஒரு சம்பந்தமும் இல்லை தொடர்பு இல்லை so we don't want to have communication between you and me, then between you and us, plural. So what do we do? Vayam tu kinkaraha, we are all servants. Vayam tu kinkaraha, we are servants. Whose servants? Vishnu. So we are all servants of Lord Vishnu. How about you? You are all yuyam indriya kinkaraha, you are all slaves of your sense organs. So this is what people who realized the souls they say. All of us cannot say that. So Vayantu Kinkaraha, we are the servants of Lord Vishnu, Vishnoho. Yuyam, you all, Indriya Kinkaraha, you are all guided by the wrong path shown by the sense organs. And therefore you are all slaves to them. So iti, now, Aheriva Ganat Bhitaha. Now, when a snake sees a group of people, it is afraid. So now this is an analogy. The snake is parallel to here. The people who are Brahmavits, namely realized souls. The realized soul is like a snake, serpent, reptile. And Ganat Bhitaha, the reptile is afraid of a group of people. Ganat. The people may strike it, hit it, and therefore then the snake doesn't want to come near the a group of people. Ityadishu cha. That is only an analysis. A group of people refer to Indriya Kinkaraha. The Ahihi meaning snake. The Ahihi is what we call Narayana Kinkaraha. So Bhinna Shila Guna Pariharaha Upadishyati. Now, this Indriya Kinkaraha, slaves of the sense organs, should try to become Narayana Kinkaraha, Vishnoho Kinkaraha. That's what the purpose of this statement. So we have different qualities between these two groups, namely one who is God's devotees and the other is world devotees, that is sense organ devotees. And therefore, the Binna, they are different. Sheela, character, Guna, quality, Pariharaha Upadishyate. Pariharaha, remedy, is advised. Upadishyate. Pariharaha. That means, Pariharaha also means avoiding. So, avoiding our original natural quality, namely, natural quality, namely, what we call um, uh, obeying the commands of the sense organs. So, that type of character, Sheela, and also Guna, the quality, are with us. Slowly and slowly, we have to give up those, that kind of Sheela and Guna, and adopt the particular Sheela of Guna of Vishnoho Kinkara, the servant of the Lord.
இதுதானே இல்ல இல்ல ஏகாந்தி பரம ஏகாந்திக்கு இதே டிஃபரன்ஸ் தானே இல்லையா?
ஆமா ஆமா பரமேகாந்தி வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஹையர் லெவல். ஏகாந்தி இஸ்
இல்ல இல்ல அதான் விஷ்ணு இல்ல இல்ல விஷ்ணு கிங்கரகாய் பரம ஏகாந்தி, இந்திரிய கிங்கரகாய் ஏகாங்கின்னு வச்சுக்கலாமான்னு.
அவ்வளோ ஏன்னா unless people try to always meditate on God, we are all submerged in, we are immersed, we are drowned in the samsara, the worldly life, and we don't think of God at all. There, I mean, so Ekanti, you can, of course, you can raise them to the level of Ekanti. Any person. So, of course, as we normally do all other worldly actions, and also busy with worship of God also, as you say. You can take it as no harm in categorizing the Indriya Kinkaraha as Ekanti. The one purpose is there. Ekanti meaning one purpose. Only one is the goal, end. Anta, Eka Anta. What is that goal? Money. Or you can say Ekanti. He is always concentrating on money. You can also say Ekanti.
No,
Paramekanti
once
only
money,
is.
no, once money comes, naturally இந்திரிய கிங்கரகா.
All right. So Paramekanti, we are thinking of the Almighty, the highest God. So here Sannyasa Prakarane. Now we go to this next one. So Sannyasa Prakarane, in the what we call recluse division, rather chapter. Prakaranam here chapter. So Sannyasa Prakarane meaning about the mendicants, the chapter on mendicants. Samana Shilaihi Sahavasaha Na Dosha. Iti Kapila Anushishtasya. Kapila is the sage, so incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So he founded the philosophy called Sankhya. So Anushishtaha meaning advice. So that means Kapila's book, Kapila Smriti. So he said, living along with the compatible quality, people of compatible qualities, there is no harm. They say na doshaya. There is no harm. Sahavasaha, living with them, leading a life with them. Who? Samana Shilaihi. So we say, as you said, we must join the Kalakshepa Goshti. There are like-minded persons. Samana Shilehi meaning with the like-minded persons, with the same attitude, living a life for the mendicant is not defective. That's what he said. So sannyasi now lives among us now. So sannyasi, though they live in ashrama, they mix with us all. They like the devotees of the Lord. And therefore, samana shilehi sahavasaha na dosha. We can go to the next two or three lines. So, kaimutyena grihastadishu api mokshartishu tulya prasaratvat. As you said just now, Rajagopala Swami said now, it is called kaimutya nyayam. Kaimuti nyayam. Kaimuti nyayam is what is the harm in, if you ask the question, what is the harm in living with people who have got the same character? It is said, yes, it is. There's a logic called Kaimutyanyayam. I think I'll try to find out the further explanation. It is natural inclination to move with the people of the same character. We say in Sanskrit a proverb by Kalidasa, Sagandhaha Snihyati. We say in English, we are all sailing on the same boat. We are sailing on the same boat. That meaning character is compatible. So now householders are there, grihastadishu. So in the sannyasa prakaranam, this has been mentioned. So grihastadishu, among the householders, api also, they are mokshartishu. They are also intending to reach the goal of emancipation. Therefore, they also would like to have final goal as the fourth Purushartha, namely moksha. And therefore, tulya prasaratvat, because they travel along with tulya equally. Prasaratvat, they go about. That means they travel, they move in the same way, with the same attitude. So all the people, whether they are sannyasis or householders, they are monks or householders, they have the last aim same. The similar aim is there, and therefore it is not harmful when we move with people of the same character with the aim of reaching the last goal. So amananti cha bahvrichaha. Amananti meaning the injunction. It's an injunction, it's a strict advice. Amananti means say. Generally meaning say. Amananti say. Who says? Bahvrichaha. All hymns, many hymns in the scriptures say. Bahu many. Richaha. Rik is hymn. Richaha meaning, I don't think it is richaha, it is richaha. Plural will be richaha. It's not richaha. There's printing mistake. Maybe it is richaha also may be correct. I don't remember because it's Vedic grammar. So Rik means him. Plural is richaha. So Bhak richaha. Many hymns say. What do they say? Na idam vidam. Na idam vidan idam vidaha. समुद्दिशेत न सह भुंजीत न धर्मादि स्यात्. Footnote number one should show the right spelling. Yeah, the repa is missing in the text. The spelling is wrong in the text. The first second line. Sadharmadi. over the ma letter, R must be there. Sadharmadi. Yeah, here. Easily understood because it is a simple word. Now, Sadharmadi Syat, the one who follows righteousness. Why somebody follows righteousness? It is the first Purushartha, Dharma, duty bound. If somebody is faithful in his duties, sincere in his actions. So Sadharmadi, people who have faith in their dealings, faithful in their dealings, faithfulness in their dealings, namely they do actions properly. Na bunjita, they don't enjoy. You can simply say food, take the food. So then they don't take food, na bunjita. How? Saha bunjita, along with others. And then again na is there. So they don't mix with the people, meaning those who are righteous, they don't mix with the people who are unrighteous. Meaning they don't join with dissimilar characterized people. Na bunjita. Bunjita generally meaning taking food, but here it is enjoying. So enjoyment of this world is similar, not similar to sannyasis and grihastha. That meaning, so the householders will have different types of enjoyment, whereas these people always may aim at the fourth purushartha, namely moksha, and therefore they don't have interest in other three. Kama and artha, especially these two. Dharma must be always stuck to. Now, how do they do it? So, because the sadharmadi meaning one who follows righteousness. Why he follows righteousness? The reason is na idam vidan idam vidaha. So, unknowing the Brahman, unknowing the Almighty, na idam vidan, vidan knowing, idam vidan knowing this, namely this means Almighty here. Na idam vidan, so not knowing this is that. This is that in the sense, this is the Almighty. Idam vidaha, they understand. While people, especially sannyasis or grihasthas, they slowly come to the path of realization. That means they don't understand the Almighty. Therefore, they have understood the Almighty. Now, again, I repeat the words. They did not understand Almighty because Almighty is so great that his innumerable qualities cannot be assessed, numbered. His greatness cannot be measured because he is different from the individual soul, namely sannyasi or grihastha. Because it is by imagination, even scriptures cannot describe him fully. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha, Taittiriyopanishad Vakyam. So we have, so the limited capacity of the mind cannot understand fully the Almighty. So that means we understand our lacuna, deficiency, uh, the what you call the incapacity, the defects in our understanding, uh, only to just realize that he is the greatest. And therefore, this kind of knowledge, that is what you call the non-understanding of the knowledge, itself is a base for our surprise, wonderful uh, experience on realizing the Almighty. So our wonderful experience in the sense will come to us only when that we are incapable of understanding him fully. So samuddishet. So they will direct people who do not understand the Lord, idam vidaha, idam this vidaha. People who understand this samuddishet, they will direct others. But na is there, na samuddishet, they will not direct others. Meaning, a realized soul, for example, will not be able to guide another soul who has not realized the Lord. So how can we understand? By reading books, by approaching preceptors, we have a very light glimpse of the greatness of the Lord. And while we meditate upon this, japaha, homaha, even snanam, or even take it as a sandhya, so through all these actions, our devatarchanam will be total. Worship of the goddess will be total. And therefore, we will slowly realize we are on the realization path. And therefore, nobody can guide us. And it is our own will and pleasure to move on the path with the God's grace. That's all. So that has been explained in detail. Tasya idam upabrahmanam. So this further, it has been explained in detail. Upabrahmanam is detailed explanation. How do we understand Lord? The weakness in us in understanding God itself is the right base, fundamental requirement in understanding the Lord. It looks like what we call some philosophy, confusing philosophy, but
No, Swami. No, Swami. A realizer cannot be expressed his realization.
okay. So over to Taniyan, and we will take up. Then Swami Narayan.
ரொம்ப எக்ஸலண்டா இருக்கும் சாமி. ரொம்ப ஒஸ்தியான இல்ல இது எவ்வளவு அருமையான ஒரு விஷயங்கள் வந்து எங்க அப்பாட்டி பாவா. ராமானுஜதயாவாதம் ஞான வைராகிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதாரியம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே. ஓ கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமகாம். வாதித்யவசிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமம் ஈமாம் வெங்கடநாதார்ய சிரம் விஜயதா புவி. சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழி ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானே ஓமளவும் சுவாமி இன்னைக்கு இவருடைய
சொல்லுங்க.
திருநட்சத்திரம்
யாரு?
குரத்தாழ்வார், கிரேட்
ஆமா.
கிரேட் குரத்தாழ்வார்.
ஆமா,
தை
ஆமா, ஆமா.
தைஹஸ்தம் தைஹஸ்தம்
ஆமாங்க. தைஹஸ்தம்.
ஏ கிரேட் பிரசப்டர். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அதாவது முக்குறும் பார்த்தவர், எல்லா ஆல் குவாலிட்டிஸ்,
ஆமா.
எம்பாடிமெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் குவாலிட்டிஸ்.
அது அவர் வந்து he was a king of the village. கூர ஈஷா. கூரம்ங்கிற வில்லேஜ். அதுல வந்து அவர் லீடர். அவர் வந்து ரொம்ப பெரிய பணக்காரர். நீங்க சொன்னீங்களே தேவனாவளாகும் அழகேசிங்கிற மாதிரி பயங்கர பணக்காரர். அவர் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ராமானுஜத்தை சிஷ்யர் ஆகணும்னு அவருக்கு அவ்வளோ பணத்தை பத்தி கவலைப்பட வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லைன்னு இருந்தது.
இல்ல he came from south only for the purpose of Ramanuja and settled in Coron அப்படின்னு ஒரு his origin is from south India.
ஓஹோ.
The south தமிழ்நாடு.
சவுத் ஆஃப் தமிழ்நாடு.
அங்கேருந்து he came to Puram to serve with Ramanuja and அந்த அப்படி அப்புறமா he became அந்த மாதிரி. That is what I heard. I have to go through further.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः.
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.